A team of 5 Nigerians recently broke the Guinness World Record in the Longest Marathon Read Aloud category after reading 92 books out loud for 480 hours. The 5 Nigerians, Mariam Abba Sadu, Zainab Wakil Mohammed, Dubra Yeri Precious Light Ukachi, and Olawumi Bayode, broke a decade-old record of 365 hours and 39 seconds set in the Dominican Republic in July of 2001. The 5 Nigerians are part of an initiative that encourages reading culture through the Iread Afrika Foundation. Supported by the Lagos state government, the foundation organized the reading competition with the hope of raising 500 million naira towards building 20 functional libraries across Nigeria.
4, 3, 2, 1.
What we are witnessing today is reading to build libraries, reading to build knowledge, reading to build leaders, reading to build creativity.
And joining us now is the CEO of Iread Afrika Foundation, Bayode Treasures, Olawumi. Bayode is a book and reading enthusiast and promoter. He is a 2-time Guinness World Record holder in the longest read aloud by an individual achieved in 2018 and the longest marathon read aloud by a team achieved in 2021. He's the CEO of Iread Afrika Foundation, a non-profit organization. Good to have you join us on the program. Let's start with the inspiration behind breaking that world record. Let's start with that. What was the inspiration behind that?
Well, thanks for having me. I'm glad being in the studio right now. Well, I'm of the belief that to make a nation great, we don't have to depend on the government alone. I believe individuals have to play their own role in making a country great. So that was the reason why we set out for that particular quest. You know, I wonder that in a country of about 250 million people, only about 8 Nigerians are in that book. So why can't we have like 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 of us in that book? That's one of the reasons why we set out for that particular quest. More so, we're also trying to attract people's attention to reading, and because we carried out a survey, we discovered that we have few libraries across the country, either private or public, right? Should we wait for the government to put these libraries in place? I had a chat with a friend in UK, and he said that in every suburb in the UK, we have libraries, right? Take for instance, in my area, I live in Ikorodu. Now, for me to use the library, I have to travel to the library. I have to spend like 1,000 naira to do that. Imagine school children, imagine young children, imagine youth. How many times can they use a library, spending that amount of money, taking the risk? So that's one of the reasons why we set up for the particular quest.
Well, I'd like to know your thoughts on Nigeria's reading culture. How would you assess it?
Truth is that we are reading, but the question is that what are we reading? Right? We actually reading. We stay glued on our screen, on our phone for like 7 hours, 10 hours in a day, chatting, scrolling through Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and the like. But what is the quality of the content we are consuming? What are we reading? I recently saw a joke being spread around on WhatsApp that a former governor asked a school student of JS3 who wrote "Things Fall Apart," and the boy started crying. So I'm not the one that wrote Things Fall Apart. Started begging, no, so I didn't do it. The Mela was angry, stormed to the office of the principal. Principal, I asked a student who wrote Things Fall Apart, and the principal was begging the Mela. Sorry, sir, these boys, they are so just stupid. They are. How can you write Things Fall Apart? The Mela was furious. Went to the ministry, met the commissioner. Commissioner, you can't believe what I'm saying. Who wrote Things Fall Apart? The commissioner was begging the Mellad. Sorry, sir, we will find out. We'll write all those things. At the end of the day, the question is that who wrote Things Fall Apart? Because if we read books, you will know who wrote Things Fall Apart. We are reading, but what are we reading? That's the question.
That's actually a really funny story. It's tragic, but quite funny at the same time. Now, I actually wanted to say congratulations. The last time we had one of your representatives in the studio, you were all just about to cross the line for the Guinness Book, the world record. So now that you have it, congratulations.
Thank you.
And I want to ask about your drive to create more libraries around the country and the nation. How close are you to getting that 500 million goal? And what methods are you employing to bolster the PR of what it is you're doing? I mean, I know you're on Arise News now. That's pretty great. But what else is being done to get your message across so that you can achieve that 500 million for those libraries?
Yeah, as regards how far are we, where we are still very far away. In the last 21 days, we've only been able to raise about 100,000 naira. Right, that is very far away. Now, yeah, as regards our PR, we are on social media. We are networking with book clubs across the state. We are talking to people one-on-one, making one-on-one calls, right? Because we believe that we're not asking people to give us 1 million, 10 million, 5 million, right? In Lagos State alone, we have over 20 million people. So what we're asking is that just one person, just give us 2,000 naira. 2,000 times 1 million, that's 2 billion naira, right? So that is the approach we are trading on, calling individuals, reaching out to them, be a part of this, be a part of that. You know, people do things and there are no reward. For this particular one, we have what we call, in the library we try to build, there'll be a legacy wall, right? On that wall will be the names of every of the donors to these libraries. So your name can be in Enugu, your name can be in Kaduna, your name can be in Bauchi. We call it legacy wall because the library is called Legacy Library. It is the legacy of the people, not Iread Afrika. No, it is the legacy of the people. So that peradventure, maybe you can take your child to that library and say, you know what, I'm part of those that built this library. So you can be proud of yourself of, you know, doing something for the country. So we are going from TV stations to TV stations, radio, social media, and the like. We are doing what we can, and we believe that we will be able to raise that fund.
Well, with the world going digital at the moment, how do you react to people who say that at some point in the future, the world is going to go paperless, especially when you take into consideration the literacy rate of Nigeria, which as at 2018 was at just 62.02%?
Yeah, I agree with you, but the truth is that even in the countries where they have gone far ahead of us, and when it comes to digital books, digital everything, they still print books, right? Every copy of every book released in the US today, the Library of Congress still have a copy to store. So I believe in the digital revolution, but I still believe that people will still, someone like me, I still prefer the print. I still prefer the print because the affinity, the touch, the flipping, the smell of the book does something to me. So, and there are people like that who still feel that way. More so, for us to embrace the digital books or e-book, today I was trying to read a book on my phone. Trust me, in 5 minutes I have over 20 notifications. So I had to put my phone on silent mode. Meanwhile, I was expecting a call. By the time I put my phone on silent mode, the person had been trying to reach me. So, but if I was reading my printed book, you understand, I can take notes, I can rule, I can mark. We can't, I'm not sure, yeah, the world might want to go digital, but we cannot phase out the printed industry, the printed books too.
CEO of Iread Afrika Foundation, Bayode Treasures, Alawumi, thanks so much for joining us. We wish you all the best in your endeavor.
Thank you very much.